So you figured you would just wait until January to get your goals written down. Or maybe you're one of those people who waits until the last few days of December. Don't worry, I've been there too. We're not going to do that this year, though. You and I, that's not what we're doing. We have less than 60 days left. Less than 60 days left until 2024, and we're going to make the best of it. As far as I'm concerned, 2024 starts now. All athletes and successful people do some form of preparation before they go into battle, before they go on the court, before they compete, before they give a presentation. This could look like blueprints for a house. This could look like practicing in the mirror. This could look like visualization. It's no different than what we have to do before 2024 starts. It's how we prepare for the new year. I want you to start thinking about who you want to be, what you want to accomplish, and the lifestyle you want to have. I want you to do it right now. So pause the screen real quick, take a deep inhale, and then exhale out. Close your eyes, or if you're not okay with closing your eyes, then keep your eyes open and start thinking about who you want to be. Yes, I created a 5-second pause just for you because you may be hard-headed like I am. If you're watching this video and goal setting seems very out of reach to you, like you feel like you've set the goals before and it didn't work, or you've gone after something with all your might and it just never works out. Whatever it may be, I'm here to let you know that that's okay. We've all been there. I've been there. It's part of the journey. I feel like the process of reaching goals is so much bigger than actually reaching the goal half the time. The lessons you learn, how you grow, how you're able to fail forward and get back up, how you're able to set boundaries, how you're able to acquire new skills and release certain things. All of that to me is so worth it. It's so worth it. There are so many ways to do goals. You can do sticky notes. You can just write it out on a notepad and read it. You could set it and forget it. I'm just kidding. If you set it and forgot it in the past, that's okay. But going forward, you and me, we're not doing that anymore. We're setting it and we're going after it, okay? Okay? Setting it and going after it. The first thing you want to start with is what we already talked about a few moments ago. You want to start thinking about and visualizing what do you want. That process, I think, is probably the most fun. It's the most raw of all the whole process, because you're just thinking, you're just creating, you're just getting in that space of this is what I want, and it sounds crazy or even insane or impossible, but I'm going for it anyways. If you're someone who is like me, who's already been dreaming about these things, already been thinking about them for a long time, you may already have or know the questions to ask yourself. You may already know what the vision is. But if you're someone who does not, I have some questions you might want to ask yourself to kind of get your creative juices flowing, a sort of mental brainstorm for your goal setting process. I'd say pray about it, talk to God, ask him, what am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do? Who am I supposed to become? Think about, what did little me love to do? Who do I want to become? What makes me proud? What values do I hold close to my heart? Do I want kids? Do I want to be married? Maybe even read an old journal or diary from when you were a kid or a teenager. Sometimes you end up finding out things that you desired or wanted when you were a kid. 2, once we thought about what we want in this life, there's a few steps that we can take. Visualize, write your goals down. You could script, you could start writing your intentions. And I would say pick what resonates with you, but I think all of them together is a powerful force. I personally like to do sort of a bucket list, and I've been doing this since, it's been a few months. Before I left my job, I wrote a bucket list. I saw a video from Steve Harvey, and I believe it was you wrote down 300 things that you want. I think it was 300, but I wrote down more than that. But having a bucket list too is cool, to like just write down things you want to do in this life, like where you want to go, maybe even a dress you want. Like me, I wrote down a camera I wanted, and I'm actually recording on that camera right now. Not this camera, but another camera I have in this room. So just putting things down, you could start to create things. Remember, if you could see it in your mind, you could hold it in your hand. If you could see it in your mind, you could hold it in your hand. I believe that God gives us the desires of our hearts, and he will honor those desires. A lot of us, we give up on things. We stop choosing this certain lifestyle we want. We stop believing in ourselves. And it's like, why is God going to give you something if you just said it and you forgot it. You know what I'm saying? You just, oh, I want this special vacation, but then you stop looking towards the vacation. I'm just saying that if you want something and you've put some attention towards it, I think like literally things will start to line up because you're focused on it. It's like, how can you not? It's like, have you ever bought a car, right? You buy a car and you've never seen that car anywhere, nowhere. And then all of a sudden you have this car, you start seeing the car everywhere because you're noticing it. It's the same thing. If you want something, you have to keep continually putting it in your face, like continuously putting that idea, that goal in front of you. And it's not saying that it's because you're not disciplined enough. It's just so that you could constantly remind yourself, your subconscious mind, that this is where I want to go. This is who I want to become. It's reprogramming your mind to see things differently. Because if you don't do that, your mind more than likely is going to go back to its normal way of thinking and being. But until you reprogram yourself, you have to keep strengthening that muscle up. One way to start focusing on the things that God wants for you and that you want for yourself is visualization and scripting. I don't know what the actual version of scripting is because I've heard other things, but for me growing up, I used to like writing scripts for plays and how I want to design my life. And I do the same thing now to this day. I believe that scripting is just the same as visualization. Scripting is just writing out the vision, and the visualization is visualizing the script. Now, I know there's power in physically writing out your goals. Like you can look up Google, writing out your goals is one of the most powerful things you could do. It's even more powerful when you write it, read it, and then you speak it out loud. And then if you add visualization to that process, you're writing it, you're speaking it, and then you're visualizing it, honey, honey, no one's going to be able to stop you. Like no one's going to be able to stop you because you're using all your senses. I personally do not recommend that you type your goals. I will repeat myself again. I personally do not recommend that you type your goals. If you decide that's what you want to do you, boo. I'm just the messenger. That's it. When writing your goals, your vision, your script, you want to be as specific and detailed as possible. You want to know what things feel like, what they taste like, what they smell like, all those things. When I read my goals, I get goosebumps most of the time. When I listen to my goals, because I do record my goals so that I can listen to them when I'm just out doing things, like when I'm walking or working out. Sometimes I will literally, my eyes will water. Sometimes I'll get goosebumps. Sometimes I'll get both. It depends. The point is, when you script, when you're recording, when you're writing your goals, you want to have some type of feeling. You want it to evoke emotion out of you. It makes it feel real. You want your subconscious mind literally to believe that it's real. Like it's real. Like I'm reading this and this is real. And I'm going to dive in real quick to the steps. And the steps, I don't think they need to be in an order necessarily, but they all need to be done. I feel like when you're writing goals, I think first things first, you want to start with gratitude. Be thankful. What are you thankful for? Second, I would say when you're visualizing, make sure you're using present tense, acting as though the thing has happened or is currently happening. What do I mean by that? You want to say things like, I am, I have, I feel, ... An example of 1 and 2. I am so grateful that God has blessed me with the home of my dreams. He has provided for me and Bae, me and my family, me and my baby, time and time again, in good times and bad. The third thing I would say is use words, empowering words, passion and meaning when you say them. This could be like awesome, love, amazing, big, ginormous, just words that make you feel, that give you some type of feeling. An example would be, it's so awesome that I make more money when I sleep than when I'm awake. It's so amazing that I can make more money when I'm sleeping than when I'm awake. Money works hard for me. I don't work hard for money, or I don't have to work for money. Money is always working for me. I would say the next thing would be feeling into your body, really looking at your vision, your goals that you've been writing. Is this what I want? Is there more that I want? How does this make me feel? What is valuable to me? This is sort of like your rough draft, so have fun with it. Just continue to write, continue to visualize. This will take some time. Most people aren't going to do this in like 5 minutes. It may take you 30 minutes. It may take you hours. You may have to do it over a span of days, but just making sure you do get it done. A fun thing you can do is, like for me, I get a lot of my ideas when I'm in the shower or when I'm walking, hiking, bike riding, anything like that. So a lot of times I will use my voice memo on my iPhone, or I will use the Notes app, or I'll use Trello. I would say when you're going through this process, you want to make sure you keep a notepad or something near you, because when you start to focus on it, your subconscious mind is going to start to pull things up or start noticing things or remember and recall goals that you had in the past. If you're someone who wakes up in the middle of the night, I do not wake up in the middle of the night, so I don't need a notepad by my desk or anything. But if you do, keep a notepad there. That's when your ideas come. If you know when you go into the shower, your ideas come, then put your phone not in the shower if it's not waterproof, but put your phone somewhere near you so you can grab it real quick and do a voice memo or write it down. I can't emphasize this enough. Take the time to really feel into your goals. You want to believe your goals. I'm not saying for them to be realistic. If you want your goals to be realistic, do you, boo? I don't want my goals to be realistic in the sense of like people say. I want them to be so big and so uncomfortable, and knowing that because I have God on my side, that they can happen. Feel into them. Right now, you may not feel like 1,000% sure that it's going to happen. I get it. It may not feel that way because maybe you've never dreamt this big before, but I want to challenge you to dream big. And maybe you do need to start with baby steps. That's okay. The small wins matter, but make sure you do set goals that make you uncomfortable, that help to stretch you and grow you too. And knowing that with God, all things are possible. So whatever you're writing down, it can come to pass if you do the mental work to get it done. I think a lot of us, we set goals and we just think, oh, like I said, set it and forget it, but we don't put any action towards the goal. We don't put any intention towards the goal. Your subconscious mind is not going to know what to look for if you're not giving it the cues and the information that it needs to be able to pursue. Like, it doesn't know what the end game is. So until you put the end game, the goal, the mission in front of it, then it will start to figure out what are the tools we need to get there, or who are the people we should connect with to get there. I'm simply just saying to you that no matter what, you want to strive to believe your goals, even if it's uncomfortable for you, because there are so many examples in this world of people who faced the impossible. There's so many examples. And so you need to start asking yourself, why not me? Why can't that be me? Why can't I accomplish this goal? Or ask, how do I accomplish this goal? How do I make this happen? And understanding that believing this helps to reprogram your subconscious mind so that it will try to find the things that it needs to become this individual that you want to be. Again, believing that you can make this happen is so important. And I understand that in the beginning, you may not believe it right away. That's why it's important to put your goals in front of you, read them or write them down or listen to them as many times as you can in a day or in a week, just as often as possible, because it's helping to reprogram your subconscious mind. You've been doing certain things all your life a certain way, and maybe you've changed some things, but it's been pretty consistent. And your subconscious is aware of that. And it presents information based off of what has happened in the past to you, through you, near you. And so you consistently changing your thought process, upgrading your mindset, it will start to show your subconscious, oh, we're really going after this goal. And it will start to create and show you anything and everybody that can help you get to that goal. But if you're not focused on it, it's not going to focus on it. It's not going to pay attention to that. I'm just being real. It's not. So really think about that. Remember that your subconscious mind has been seeing you do things over and over again, or saying that you're going to do things over and over again and then not doing it. You want to, I don't want to say prove, but you want to prove to it that you're safe, that what you're doing now is worth it, that you want to do this, that it is your goal. And I'm telling you, everything's going to work out. And I don't mean it literally, because there are going to be ups and downs, of course, in the journey. That's how muscles are built. You have to have some tension. You have to lift some heavy weights. You know what I'm saying? So you may fall. You may get hurt. I'm not saying it's going to be easy all the time, but I know for sure, as cliche as it sounds, it's going to be totally worth it. As I was saying earlier, you may have multiple rough drafts in this journey, but it's okay, because all masterpieces started as rough drafts. You are no different. I want you to feel great when you're reading your goals. I want you to be moved by your goals. I want your goals to stir up something in you that makes you want to wake up early in the morning. It just happens naturally. It causes you to change habits. Maybe you'll be like me, where I don't really drink anymore. I haven't drank in I don't know how many months now. And even before the day I did drink, I hadn't really drank before that. And it's because I started changing to the version of myself that I said I want to be. I didn't notice. It's kind of crazy when I think about it, how the goals I wrote down and listened to, I started to kind of evolve into that individual. I don't really have the taste for liquor anymore. And maybe I will have a drink, maybe I won't. I think I've said that in another video, but like, I don't know. I want you to notice the habits that change, the people who you decide to let go of, the gut feelings you get, your intuition, the Holy Spirit telling you, hey, this isn't the right person to kick it around, or this isn't the right place to be. Start paying attention to that stuff. That is my want and my prayer for you. That goal setting, that you start to stir up things in you that feel magical, that feel exceptional, knowing that you are amazing. You are destined for great things. That I don't care what your mother told you or your father or society, but you are going to do big things in this life. And a big thing for you might just be losing weight. A big thing for you could be creating a multi-billion-dollar or million-dollar business. It could be changing the whole industry, creating some kind of artificial intelligence that changes the world. I don't know what that is. But whatever you're doing, I just want you to know that I'm rooting for you. And I know you can do it. And I don't care if no one's told you that before. I believe in you 1000%. So really believe in yourself.
I got the chills. I get the chills.
I told you guys, I've really gotten good at visualization. I don't even know who's watching this video. I don't know who I'm talking to, but me visualizing someone doing the things I just said gave me chills. And if that's you, do that. Do that with everything in you, and don't let anyone tell you can't do it. Anybody, including yourself. In closing, just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be perfect for you. I talked about that, I think, in my first video. Start perfectly imperfect. Is that right? Perfectly imperfect. Yeah, start perfectly imperfect. Start perfectly imperfect. It doesn't have to be put together. You do not have to be put together. I'm telling you, when you start putting your energy, your mind, your actions towards the goal or goals, I don't care if you only have one goal, whatever it is, the goal or goals, the intentions, I'm telling you, God is going to do everything to make it happen. You may go through a wilderness journey. You may go through some lows, or you may go straight to that goal. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I can't tell you what the future holds for you. I just know when you put it on paper, when you put that why, that and that what, man. So let's recap what we just went over real quick. I have my notes so I don't forget anything. First, you want to think about what you want. Pray to God, feel into your body, maybe read an old journal or diary that you have. Figure out which tools you want to use to reach your vision. That may look like stickies, notes, vision boards, just visualizing, writing notes. Start writing it out. Like immediately just start writing, or start recording yourself. Don't wait. Show gratitude. And when you're writing, making sure that when you're writing it as if it already happened, or as if it's your current reality. Making sure you're using powerful words that evoke meaning, that invoke power, passion, all the beautiful things in this life. Feel into your body. Ask yourself questions like, what do I want to achieve in my lifetime? Why do I want to achieve these things? Why do I want to be this person? Or why do I want to do this? What types of activities does this person that I want to become participate in or not participate in? An example I used was like me, I don't drink alcohol as much as I used to, because the version of myself that I want to be doesn't wake up with hangovers, doesn't have a weak liver, things like that. And also doesn't need to have fun drinking, or does not need to drink to have fun. Asking ourselves the what, the end game, the goal, and the why. Why do I want to reach that goal? Why do I want this end game? Why do I want this lifestyle? Is more important than how. How am I going to get to that? Because the how will be revealed to you when it is needed, when it is necessary. If that's the one thing I could highlight to you, it is that. Focus on the what and the why you're doing it. Why I want this. The blueprint, the instructions, the to-do, they all will come to you along the way. God is going to reveal it to you. Don't stress about that. Don't worry about the how. The how will be revealed to you. Now that we've talked all things goal setting, scripting, visualizing, the next step is something that I think is exciting. I believe it's my favorite part. Vision boards. This is where you're able to get your creative juices flowing, guys, flowing. You could do all kinds of things. Painting. You could do a collage. There's just so many things you could do. And so the next video 2, part 2 of the series is on vision boards, mood boards, how to create the boards, why to create the boards, and all of that. So if you want to be notified, make sure that you click the notification bell, which is down below, and that will notify you when the video is released. Okay? As always, I know I always say this, but I'm so grateful for you for watching this video, as well as staying until the end of this video. I appreciate it so much. If you know someone who can benefit from this video or can get a gem from this, please send this video their way. With all my love, Lana.